It's good morning, everyone. In the previous class, we have already studied about DFA, designing of a DFA, designing of an NFA, designing of a epsilon NFA, and also we have studied about the conversion of DFA, NFA and epsilon NFA to its equivalent DFA by using two different methods called as subset construction method and lazy evaluation subset methods. So now in this class we will be studying about a minimization of a DFA. What do you mean by minimization of a DFA? So minimization of a DFA is to obtain a minimal version of the existing DFA. So this minimization of a DFA is required to obtain a minimal version of a existing DFA. Right? To get your minimal version of an existing DFA, you need to perform the minimization of a DFA. So, why is this minimization of a DFA required? ಏನಕ್ಕಿದು important ನನಗೆ? So, ಏನಕ್ಕಿದು important ಅಂದ್ರೆ this minimization of DFA ಯಾವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಕಣ್ಣು ಮುಂದೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, let us take in your class, if I given one problem and you design a DFA for that, few of you may get 4 different states for that particular DFA, and few of you may get 5 states, and both the DFAs with 4 states as well as 5 states will work for all the given conditions perfectly. And both the DFA with 4 states satisfy all the conditions, gives the correct results, as well as the DFA with the 5 states gives the best result also. But there may be one student who will design a DFA with all the conditions being satisfied within a 3 states. So when you design this particular DFA with 3 states or 4 states or 5 states, and they all satisfies the given condition and gives the accurate result, then also all states are correct. But the working on these different states may get confused. So all are correct, they are correct. So the minimum version of this particular DFA for a given condition should be designed effectively so that the complexity of the processing will be easier. So 3 states DFA which was designed by one of the students may be minimal DFA with a minimum number of states that satisfies all the condition. Here, even though this has a 4 state, it satisfies all the condition, that is not wrong. 5 states, that is also not wrong because it satisfies all the condition, it gives the correct results. This is also correct, this is also correct. Even the DFA that works with the 3 states also correct. But choosing of DFA to make it minimal ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? So minimum number of states using, I'm going to design a DFA to satisfy my given condition. That is called minimization. And minimization of DFA is required when you are going to implement in your systematic, that is automata. Using your system when you are implementing some particular concepts, this particular minimization of a DFA is very much necessary. So all the problems what you have solved are very simple. So even with the n number of states you can solve that, that's not an issue. But when you are working with a huge complex problems or real world problems, the huge ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಗೆ ನಾವು ತುಂಬಾ ದೊಡ್ಡ DFA ಬರೆಯೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸಿಂಗ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸಿಂಗ್ ಎಫಿಷಿಯನ್ಸಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಐ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಚೂಸ್ ಅ ಮಿನಿಮಲ್ DFA ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟಬಿಲಿಟಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಮಿನಿಮೈಸೇಷನ್ ನನಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? So this is minimization of a states. So minimization of a DFA can be done, right? So this minimization of a DFA can be done between our different states. Minimization
Sir, actually
can be implemented can be implemented only if in a DFA two or more states are equivalent equivalent. So now to reduce a number of states from a 5 to 3, I need to have some condition that all the states within that should be equivalent. So yadyadna na minimize ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅದು ಹೆಂಗೆ equivalent. So equivalent ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? So equivalent is a concept where you are going to reduce the number of states of a DFA. So this equivalence is not equivalent, it's equivalence. States are equivalence. So equivalence is a concept where you need to understand the problem where you are going to minimize your DFA. ಈ DFA ನ minimize ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ equivalence ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. So equivalence ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? What do you mean by equivalence? Equivalence ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕು ನನಗೆ? So minimize ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ. So minimization of DFA can be done if only if there are equivalent states in your DFA. Two or more states are said to be equivalent. So two or more states, for example, state 1, state 2, state 3, state 4, state 5. ಯಾವುದು ಒಂದು DFA ಇದೆ. So ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೇಗೋ ಒಂದು DFA ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋಣ. Okay. This particular DFA should be minimized. This should be minimized to some 3 states ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋಣ. ಈ ತರ ಏನೋ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋಣ. ಈ ತರ ಏನೋ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಈ ತರ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಈಗ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ್ದು ಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ? ನಾನೀಗ 4 ಮಿಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು, 5 ಮಿಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ರೈಟ್? ಈ 4 ಮತ್ತೆ 5 ನನಗೆ ಮಿಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಸೊ ಇವು ಎರಡು ನನಗೆ ಮಿಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ either 4 should be equivalent to or 5 should be equivalent to 2 or 5 should be equivalent to 3 or 4 should be equivalent to 1 or 4 should be equivalent to 3. So either two of these states should be equivalent to these two states. So equivalency between two different states ಹೇಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ? So equivalency ಹೇಗೆ ಡಿಟರ್ಮೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, so we'll understand what is equivalence. We'll try to understand equivalence. Then we'll move on to understanding minimization. Equivalence ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Let us take a state A and B. Let us take a state A and B in your DFA, and these two states A and B are said to be, I'll write, A and B are said to be equivalent if transition of A and B on any input string X goes to a final state or any non-final state. Right. Understand this particular definition. A state A and B are said to be equivalent. So A and B are states equivalent ಅಂತ ಯಾವಾಗ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು? So when they are having a transition on any input string goes to a same state. For example, so on the same state, that may be a final state or any non-final state. That is transition of A or input string X goes to some state called Z. and transition of B on input string X goes to Z. So the state A on input string X goes to Z and B on input string X goes to Z. So this input string is common here, right? And the movement ಅಥವಾ destination ಏನಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಅದು ಕೂಡ ನನಗೆ ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. So when they have these common aspects A and B on X moves to Z ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರೀಬಹುದು. Transition of A and B on X goes to Z. Now I can say that A and B are equivalent because on a same input string they are moving on to a same single state, and here this Z may be final state, it may be final state or it may not be final state, that is it may be non-final state. ಅದು final state ಆಗಿರಬೇಕಂತ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, non-final state ಆಗಿದ್ರು ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ. Clear? This is called as equivalence. Two states are said to be equivalent if on any input string they are move on to a same state, then they are said to be equivalent. Clear with this? So this is equivalence. Now we will see types of equivalence. Types of equivalence. The types of equivalence can be categorized based on the length of the string. Based on the length of string. If length of the string X is equal to 0, then A and B are said to be zero equivalent. Similarly, if the length of the string is 1, then A and B are said to be one equivalent. If length of the string is 2, then A and B are said to be two equivalent. Similarly, if length of the string is n, then A and B are said to be n equivalent. N equivalent. Right? These are the different types of equivalent. Is zero equivalence ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, one equivalence ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, two equivalence ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಅಥವಾ n equivalence ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಥ್ರೂ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋಣ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇದನ್ನ ಹೀಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. Zero equivalence ಅಂದ್ರೆ just by partitioning without any condition based on some category I am going to partition the states. That's zero equivalence. So based on your zero equivalence I am going to calculate my one equivalence. So based on your one equivalence I am going to calculate my second equivalence. So based on 2, 3. Similarly ಈ ತರ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ up to n equivalence ವರೆಗೂ ಇದೇ ತರ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಓವರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ಸೊ ಈ ಈಕ್ವಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಒಂದು DFA ನ ಹೇಗೆ ನಾವು ಮಿನಿಮೈಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನಾವು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋಣ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಸಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್, ಫೈನ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.